Hey guys, I wanted to make a video and touch on the subject I posted about yesterday, eating for pleasure versus eating for purpose. Um, a lot of people may not know or may not understand the clear distinction between the two. When I say eating for pleasure, what immediately comes to mind? Pleasure foods. 2 years ago, for instance, 2 years ago, my pleasure foods were a bunch of crap. Pretty much a bunch of junk food, Pop Tarts, tater tots, cheesesteaks. When somebody would say, "Oh my God, what do you feel like eating?" it would depend on my emotion. Was I stressed out? Was I pissed off? Was I happy? Was I in a good mood? What was I drinking a cocktail? Like those emotions at the moment were directly tied to my food choices. So now, as I've evolved into better nutrition and a different lifestyle, my pleasure foods have evolved. Eating for purpose. When you eat for purpose versus pleasure, when you eat for purpose, you're eating specifically to fuel your body, to get your systems moving, to rev up your metabolism, to increase your stamina in your workouts, to just to feel better. You're eating for purpose. You're eating enough protein, vegetables, fruits, good healthy carbs. Carbs are not completely the devil. Healthy fats. When you're eating for purpose, you're eating a balance of all of those food groups, and you need them. You need them all. You need them all to for brain function, for system function, for your skin, for your hair, for your energy, for everything that your body goes through daily. You need all of those nutrients from every single food group. So now, when somebody says to eat for pleasure, I want to give you a little tip. The more you eat for purpose, the more you fuel your body with the foods that you actually need and that are beneficial for you, the further away from emotional eating you become. So when your emotions aren't directly tied to the food, you're less likely to make poor choices. Let's be realistic. They have all the little cliches of when you're sad or pissed off, somebody like shoveling ice cream, when you're fueling your body for purpose, you're less emotionally attached. You just do it. I'm not saying you don't have to like the food. Of course, you want to like the food that you're eating for purpose. And you will learn to like it. The more you fuel your body and eat for purpose, the more you're going to find genuine pleasure in real food. So if I could transport you 6 months from now just by eating and fueling your body and eating for purpose, you would be so amazed to look back at the old you and say, oh my gosh, I used to like Pop-Tarts and eat Pop-Tarts for pleasure. When now, you may be eating the ripest plum and just having that taste explode in your mouth, and that is your evolved pleasure. So I have a little test for you guys. If you want to kind of have an eye-opener, take a piece of paper today. And don't think too hard. Just write down what comes to mind, what foods come to mind when you sit there and you think pleasure foods. Just write them all down. And some may be healthy, some may not. Just don't think too hard. Just write down, boom, what strikes you when somebody says, what's your favorite foods? What are your go-to pleasure foods? And write them all down. Now, once you have your list written down, take a look at it and go down the list, and any food on that list that does not serve a purpose, not an emotional purpose, a physical purpose, cross it off. And what are you left with? All the foods that you've crossed off, I want to challenge you to give up for 30 days. All right, let's see who can do this. And if you're brave enough, share what foods that you're crossing off your list and you're going to do without for 30 days. I'm not saying you can never have a cupcake again. All I'm saying is that once you cross off those emotional foods and start eating for purpose, you can eat the emotional foods once in a while, but they won't have the emotional connection. You won't need them. And they will no longer have the power over you to derail your lifestyle change. Okay, guys? Bye. Sorry I rambled. Have a great day. Bye.